I'm Brittany Matey. I'm an actress and I've been on a few things, very few. I've taken several acting classes and I have an MBA in marketing already, but years later, I got into my dream school. I get to spend 5 weeks on campus, in the dorms, at Yale University Summer Conservatory for actors. Follow along as I show how to live a dream deferred. It's never too late, y'all.
I can't believe I'm here. I really cried, but I'm not going to show y'all that now. But I'm definitely living in my Rory Gilmore era, at least for 5 weeks, okay? I'm an Ivy League girl, okay? Student ID official. Thank you to my man. Thank you to my man. Because there were no elevators, okay?
When I first got here, I didn't feel like I belonged because I'm not the traditionally aged college student, and nobody has made me feel out of place. So week 1 of Yale is done, and I'm in the dorms. You probably hear the fan going in the background because the temperature inside here is about 85 degrees because there's no air conditioning. But that's okay, okay? Growing up, we would have fans on, so I'm just going back to my roots. Growing up, I loved the movie A Secret Garden, and it kind of feels like that, like castle-like. The buildings, the structure, everything is just really historic and beautiful. It has so much character, and I'm just so grateful to be here. The way they teach here at Yale, it's just makes it easy to learn, and I've learned so much in these 5 days so far. Not just even about acting, being a better person, better listener. I'm so grateful. The food. See, I researched the food, the huge food. So I already knew the food was good. There was a couple TikTokers I saw talking about the food video. I walked into breakfast one morning and it was like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Everybody's so nice. Sometimes people go to school for what their parents want them to do. A lot of the students that are in college, their majors are something completely unrelated to acting, kind of like myself, going to school for business with an MBA in marketing. I don't regret anything. I feel like the experiences I've had and the colleges I've went to have got me to the place that I am at now. But my attitude then was a bit different. Now, I'm showing up to classes, at least the first week, 15 minutes early. All of us are. Right after class, everybody's going to study or watch something that was assigned to us like right away. I don't know, it's just such a great community because everybody who's here wants to be here. It's just something you do. You go to college right after high school. Sometimes people don't even know what they want to do yet. But that attitude, I didn't experience that. I don't know if it's because it's an Ivy League, because it is Yale University, but these students really want to be here, leave of absence from my job. So I don't have the additional stressors. How about that? Looks like a fly. It's not. It's not moving. So it's okay. I don't know. My aunt sent me a BuzzFeed article and it said, I think it was like, great actors who graduated from Yale with the MFA. How ironic, right? I'm not here for the MFA program. Hopefully, if it's in the plans, I will be next year. She sent me an article and she said, you'll be on this list, and it touched my heart because there are actresses such as Angela Bassett, who I remember when I was younger watching What's Love Got to Do With It, and I was researching and trying to find information about her, and that's when I first heard about Yale, but it just seemed so unattainable then. Like, Yale, like, the internet wasn't as readily available. Like, we didn't have a computer yet in the home. I didn't have a laptop, so it wasn't like Google or whatever. I think it was still AOL, I don't know. So I couldn't research the blueprints, and I didn't know anybody, or my family didn't know anybody who was in the industry, so I couldn't really ask questions. But I just recall seeing something and saying she went to Yale. And then I remember hearing about Meryl Streep, and later on, loving basketball. Sanaa Lathan was a newer, I hope I didn't mess her name up. She went to Yale, and I don't know. People really give a negative connotation to theater kids. So in high school, I did plays, I was in the drama club, and I wanted to act in film and television, although I love doing plays, but I kept hearing, oh, you're not going to make any money, you're going to go to school and wait tables, or you're going to grow up and be a drama teacher. There's no issue with that. I probably would have preferred that of the multiple jobs I had. Blessing in all of this is I'm here now. The 5-week program, very intensive. A couple of the days we've had classes from 9 a.m. to 10-ish p.m., but I loved it. Like, we had 4-hour lectures from the head of drama at Juilliard. I'm not sure if I messed up her title. And we were all just at the edge of our seats listening, just like, tell us more. Like, when she was done, it was like, no, stay. That's how you know you're doing what you want to do. That's how you know you're passionate about it. When you go to sleep at 4 a.m. because you're trying to perfect a presentation for your you know, you gotta make A's here, you know what I mean? Even if they told us not to worry about our grades, like, I want to go here and like do really well. Then you wake up at 7 a.m. and I just wake up with a smile every morning. I'm glowing now. I see that I'm glowing. It might be because it's hot in the storm. It's really fan, but first week. So far, this is probably the best summer of my life. And including this and some other things I've done with my family, but I'm just so happy to be here. And friends. I was nervous about making new friends. I'm an adult. Like, when was the last time I was in school having to make new friends? And the difficult thing is, I went to multiple different middle schools and high schools, and I always would seem to make friends when we were about to move and go somewhere else, and I was going to switch schools. So it took me like a school year to make friends. So I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know, I was kind of nervous. I was eating by myself. And the first couple of days I did, but it was okay. I would check in with my boyfriend and my family and talk to them while I was eating. And there was other people eating by themselves. So slowly, you know, I started. Now, you know, I'm kind of got a few groups that I'll see like, hey, you know, and everyone's so nice here. But I was kind of nervous. I was asking my boyfriend's kids, like, how can I make some friends? They're like, just be yourself, you know, the kind of things that you tell children to do. But I was nervous. And I was just nervous because I'm older, and it's some other women who are around my age group, so that's okay. But surprisingly enough, you know, there's younger people here. Some are still in high school. We have somebody who's as young as 16. Other people, first time in America. So I have the nerve to be scared, right? But I was a little nervous. There's just one thing that we did. We're not just learning how to act. My voice is it's gone because we have a voice course, and I'm learning how to speak for my diaphragm and proper voice techniques. And then we have the clown class that we go to is movement, and we were laying on the floor and just laughing for at least 10 to 15 minutes. And then I started crying and laughing, and I got chills, and sometimes I have trouble. I can cry on cue, but the emotion behind it, or like the trauma you think of connected to it for you to be emotional. At this moment, it was nothing on my mind. I was just laughing, and the emotion came from my imagination. I'm like, and something else they taught us, a lot of times actors, like, look at me, or if you're a comedian, or if you're in a family full of people who are entertainers or want to be entertainers, everybody's trying to fight for the floor and trying to fight for the big laugh. And so I'm with a group of people here doing that, and one of the professors said, work on being interested and not interested. And I was like, wrote that down immediately. So I do that. I'm self-aware. When I get a scene, I want to win. I want to get an A, you know, like, I want to be the best. Y'all see that? You know, like, get a reaction. Some of the best actors, they're so good because they're interested in their scene partner in the scene. They're not focusing on being interesting. Like, even in Celtics, like, how can I be interested? And that's going to stick with me forever. There's so many other things, but I don't want to give away their syllabus, but it's so many other things. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so grateful to God for giving me a second chance in my dreams to really do it, to really be a trained actor, they're doctors, and I've said this in like little interviews and podcasts I've done before. Would you want someone to operate on you who wasn't formally trained? That can go hand in hand with an entertainment. The best singers, yes, people have natural talent, but they continue to go, they educate themselves. And as actors, I feel like I've done all the projects I've done before this moment being here a disservice, because I wasn't fully trained in my body wasn't open in my voice, in my articulation. I'm still working on that now. My being interested instead of interesting. So some of the things I've done, I cringe at what I've done in the past. And I know you're supposed to be proud of your work, but I'm like, how did I do that? Why am I making that face? I just wish I had these tools before, but I am so blessed that I have them now and have the opportunity to come in. This is not cheap. Shout out to, you know who? No, you don't tell nobody for helping me helping me get here. And yes, I'm in the dorms, as you can see. No air conditioning, but it's cute. I only stayed in the dorms my freshman year of college, and I got an apartment, so a little bit of OCD. So I'm working on that. I'm like, it's gonna add to my characters. It's gonna add to my characters. So it's like for me, it's a boot camp. I'm in competition with myself. I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna do it. Got it. It's gonna happen, and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna make that list. Tune in next week for my summer Yale.